and welcome to Women's Biz Tribe Success Summit. It's so great to have you joining us from around the world, whether you're on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I hope you're just having a fantastic time at our Success Summit. We do have 44 different speakers from around the globe, so there'll be something for everyone. And the next lady you are going to absolutely love because we're going to start talking storytelling. I'm going to introduce to you Cristiana Tudor. Christiana believes that when good people make good money, they can do great things. And I totally believe that. She is a successful entrepreneur, a philanthropist, an investor in early stage companies. And she's now paying it forward, if you like, by helping entrepreneurs build wealth through effective branding and investment strategies. So her presentation to you today is going to be all about how and why she helps entrepreneurs start and scale their business through storytelling and creative content. So welcome to the summit, Christiana.
Thank you so much for having me. Such an honor to be here today. Happy to see you and happy to serve the incredible audience.
Oh, fantastic. Well, I'm looking forward to what you have got to share with us today, and I'll hand it all over to you.
Thank you. So today I'm going to be talking about the power of your story because I know you've heard many times that your story is powerful and you are your story. You are beyond your story because, I started out as a digital marketer. Started out in New York City, worked for a digital marketing agency, and I was orchestrating award-winning campaigns. Um, I was getting international recognition for the campaigns that I was creating, and you would say, yes, she's happy, she's accomplished, she's successful, but I got sick. And at the time, I was working for the hospital in the Cayman Islands that was founded by the physician who took care of Mother Teresa. And I I was having advanced degrees in health. So the fact that I got sick, to me, it was a sign, I had to go to the doctor. So I went to the doctor and I was misdiagnosed with depression. I have been prescribed medicines and of course, deep down, I knew it was so much more than the diagnosis that I was having. So I didn't take any pill. Instead, what I done, I had digged deep into the knowledge that I had. So I started out investigating my brain. So I investigated that and everything was okay. Then I knew that the next organ that I should be investigating is spine because spine is related to all our organs. Um, just so you know, I was experiencing fatigue. Um, I was tired all the time. I could not focus very well. I was having sleep issues. So to me, these were signs and symptoms that I was just about, you know, out of my comfort zone. And as a creator, I was not allowed, to make mistakes, to not be able to concentrate, to focus, right? Because I was working with reputable brands. And so I knew it was time to make a change. So I investigated my spine and went to the doctor, and they realized I was having a poor neck posture. And all the signs and symptoms were generated by my poor neck posture. So I was commuting 2 hours back and forth twice per week to treat my neck so I can go to the cause, to the root cause of my signs and symptoms. So I treated that, but that was the moment in my life and in my career when I realized I had to talk about it. And that was the moment when I switched from social media to storytelling. storytelling is actually the next phase of social. Because here's the thing, with social media, you just write things, you talk about things, probably without attachment. But when you do storytelling, when you practice it, it's totally different. Because when you do that, you speak to your audience, you talk to them, you educate them, and you present things as a story so they can digest easier the message. But it's all about the story. It's all about how you present, how you educate people, how you talk to them about what happened to you and for you. So from that moment on, I decided to speak about it because I knew I couldn't be the only one experiencing those signs and symptoms. I knew I was not alone. So I have changed the dynamic of the content that I was putting out there. Instead of just saying, oh, me, or come to my office, or, visit the hospital, or check the website to learn more about our services, I started educating people and I started talking about prevention, not just early detection. Here in the United States, they talk a lot about early detection. Well, I wanted to change the conversation around the topic. So I wanted to talk about prevention. So, not just the message that was very successful, and there were so many people talking about the fact that they wanted to make a change in their life and lifestyle, and they wanted to come and prevent. But it was a change in the lives of millions of people in Central America and the Caribbean area. And so to me, that was the point when I understood that my sickness that had been going on, for a long time now, and the signs and symptoms were going more towards, myself not being able to control things anymore. So I was getting to a point where it was getting so bad, it was getting worse and worse. So I knew it was time to take action and not postpone until, I'm going to feel better. It's going to be better tomorrow, next month, maybe next week. Oh, it's just I'm under the weather. No, it was time for me to take action. And that's what I've done. I've taken action. And that was the point in my life and career when I knew I had to change the dynamic around everything I was doing. So that created an impact. And that moment really allowed me to express myself and create the content as if I would talk to someone, as if I would educate someone. Um, and that's my mission right now, to educate people, to encourage them to pursue their dreams and pursue their passion, but understand that what happens, it's happening for them and not to them. And maybe you're not going to get it right away. Maybe you're not going to understand that um, at that moment, but trust that it happens because you have to make a change, either career wise or in your personal life. It's all about what the universe has in store for you, and it's all about how you interpret that and how you're going through life and how flexible you are to go with the flow based on your purpose, vision, and mission. Because at the end of the day, what happened and my sickness and myself not being able to find cure for my signs and symptoms for years, tried acupuncture, tried everything. Um, I got to a point where I found the cause. At the same time, I've made a real change in my life and in my career. And to me, a career is based on purpose and vision and mission. I was doing everything wholeheartedly, but that was a thing that was missing, a storytelling aspect. When we create something, we create it because either we feel there's a lack in the market for that service or product, or because we experienced it and we know. So it's all about combining your passion with your purpose, with your vision and mission. It's not about just chasing money, but it's about chasing greatness every day and striving to be the best that you can be. Be better tomorrow than you were today. Go. Imagine myself being on stage, getting awards, international recognition for the work that I was doing. I could have become self sufficient. I could have said, there is no more room for growth. I was doing it very well. And indeed, I was doing it very well. But I had achieved a milestone. Now it was time for me to move to the next level. And I think it's the power. It's not just what happens, but it's what you do with what happens and how you turn it to your advantage. You see, when you work, you just work and you get your paycheck, but that's not satisfactory. You have to operate from a place of service. You are serving your audience. People are asking, how much are you charging? And I always respond back, I am not charging. I am helping. I am serving because I come from a place of service and I come from a place of abundance. So when we decide to pursue a particular career, it's so important to have the patience to choose and the wisdom to understand what it is that we do to make an impact into people's lives. It's not about just getting paid for what you do, but it's also about commitment and it's about creativity. Because either, let's say you are an engineer or you are a coach, you're a content creator, you have to be creative. How are you going to be creative? How are you going to successfully pursue a career that you are not passionate about? Nowadays, it's not just about having a job, but it's about having the career. And besides that, it's about having a purpose. And without a clear purpose, without a mission, without having it clearly stated in your heart, in your blood, every single day, you're not going to be able to exceed not everybody else's expectations, but your own expectations. Because at the end of the day, like I said, it's all about your purpose and how you put yourself out there. And, I decided to, you know, create a platform myself because I wanted to support, women entrepreneurs globally. So, okay, you got international recognition, you got everything, you are on stage, you are recognized by your peers in your industry, so you're successful. But there is always the next thing that you want to achieve. There is always a creative aspect in your business. And so what happened was, I started my own business. I was attracting the clients that I wanted. However, they needed a platform, they needed a place where they could just be themselves and express themselves and celebrate their successes, their projects, their books, their coaching programs, their events, their maybe their connections, their networks, their achievements. And I decided to build a platform. It's called Cristiana Tudor app, a platform that I have built to support women globally. And you're gonna see here on the screen the link to it. Check it out. It's all about empowerment. It's about success, leadership in life and in business. And yes, just join our community. I'm celebrating it through blogs, video materials. There's a lot of action happening there because people are committed. It works both on your desktop and on your phone, so it's a mobile app as well. It's a platform that I built because I wanted to offer an SEO to my friends and clients and the people that I'm surrounded by. So check it out. It was my next level, and I'm already working on the next thing, right? So there is always something new happening. It's such a dynamic career that I've chosen, and I'm happy I've done so. It fulfills me, it makes me happy, but it's also about serving women globally and serving those innovators and industry disruptors who are ready to help others build their legacy. So don't forget, it's christianatudor.planapp.ca. That's where you're going to be able to get in touch with me. I'm also offering a free consultation on storytelling. So whoever watches this summit and is feeling stuck on how to present their story, how to present their message in such a way to drive more traffic towards their business, and at the end of the day, attract people as clients. Because when you tell an effective story, that's when people understand that you've been in their shoes. And when you do that, it means you know their perspective because you've been there. And so that way you don't have to chase money. Like I was saying earlier, you chase greatness every day. And then people are going to come to you because they resonate with your story. They resonate with you, with your message. Because when you put out there all those posts and all that content, you are authentic, right? You don't tell fairy tales, you tell stories. You present your message in a way for people to understand your philosophy, your way of operating in business and in life, because people want to know you and want to establish a strong connection with you. So it's all about making people to resonate with your story at a deep level. And then one of the most important things I would say is cohesiveness and consistency. So if you're promoting a healthy lifestyle, healthy food, don't post in your stories that you're eating pizza. Um, or you are saying, oh, I'm waking up every day at 4 a.m. And I make my bed and I do this, I do that, and then in story you're showing how it's still 12 p.m. and you're still in bed. So you have to be consistent. You have to be to resonate with your message from your heart. And when that is not happening, when there is such a disconnection between the messages, then that's clearly an issue. And you just have to think about how you can craft your message, craft your story, or maybe change your career. So storytelling is fascinating in that way because reveal who you truly are as a professional and as an individual. So social media is captivating, is fascinating, it's glamorous, I would say, but at the it can destroy you not paying attention to your brand, and if you're not consistent, and if you're not authentic, and people will feel that because it becomes obvious. You make mistakes at a certain point, so thinking that people are not gonna notice. Oh yes, they will, and it's all about being authentic through storytelling and content creation. So that's the reason why storytelling is the next step of social media because it really helps you be creative, be innovative, and at the same time, it's pretty. I You wouldn't even know how to qualify that. It's uncertain because you're not going to know how people are going to respond to your stories unless your story is authentic, comes from your heart, and you have a purpose. So all those who are driven by their purpose are interested in achieving greatness and interested in, you know, making an impact, truly making an impact and helping others lead their legacy. Um, Storytelling is their way to go, and content creation is their way to go. So I'm serving all these people, and I am happy to support in any way I can. And I am not just a storyteller, but I'm a content creator. I am all in. I edit videos and I create messages that really resonate with people's um, experiences and situations. So it's about being authentic, being real, and being committed to serve. Just do good. And at the moment when you're, having enough money, just do great things because those great things are coming back to you. So it's all about greatness and doing great things with authenticity, passion, and purpose. So, yeah, that was my message for today. Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, thank you so much, Christiana. I'm all about the story because otherwise it is just content, it's just information and it doesn't gel. And I love the way you just help people and just help me before as well, everyone. Helps us to just be able to say, what are you actually trying to communicate? What's your message? What are you trying to attract? What do you want people to know about you? And then if it gets put into the story in a really creative way, then people go, yeah, that's exactly what I'm wanting. As opposed to just putting out, just random content. I think a lot of people get so worried. I've got to post, I've got to post, I've got to do this, I've got to do that. But if it doesn't represent you, if it doesn't represent your brand, if it doesn't resonate with, if people look at it and go, that doesn't even feel like the same person, there is a disconnect. And I love what you said there, Christiana, that they can tell. They can tell if someone else is just creating something just so that they've got content and if it doesn't resonate with the person that they know or the brand that they know or the product that they've consumed. I think the ability to be able to share authentic story is absolutely what you require in a modern world, because that's what people are wanting. People are wanting raw and authentic, 100% of the time. So
Yes,
thank
because
you.
we want to work with somebody who's been on their shoes, not just somebody who's just talking, but somebody who's actually been
Yes.
there and experienced all that. So thank you for having me. Such an honor.
It's such a joy to have you on this summit and to be sharing your wisdom with us. Everyone, yeah, definitely check out christianatudor.planapp.ca. She's been really generous. You can check out her app, what she does there. Reach out to Christiana via any of the chats or via Women's Biz Tribe. She would love to chat with you again too. So our next speaker is coming in just like about 3 minutes time. So go and get yourself a little cup of tea or so, and we won't be very long at all. And her name is Lisa Balbari. So she is coming super, super fast. I'm just going to get ourselves all reset in my studio and have a, yeah, don't go too far. We'll be back very soon. Bye, everybody.
Hi, everyone.